So does anyone have any questions on that 10 and 11 talk?
Hi. Those letters that you wrote, I'm Jolie. I'm an alcoholic and a crackhead. No. I like to shoot cocaine, actually. Crack. Anyway. Huh? No, you can shoot crack. You just, lemon juice. Lemon juice. But it's still crack. Kool-Aid. Never tried that. I'll keep that in my back pocket, just in case. Those letters that you wrote to the people that you could not find or approach, did you read them to somebody? I'm just curious what that process was.
So I read some to somebody. I think the important thing is to speak it out into the universe, regardless of what you do. I've had guys, when we go through that part in the 9th step instructions, I just share experiences and the guys can kind of do what they want to do. I've went down to the river and sat by the river and read the letter and then littered. Just kind of pushed it out into the river, and it's kind of a symbolic thing of just kind of letting it go. Just kind of let it go. I've read letters at gravesides. I did at one point when I was home on leave one time from the Navy, I got a girl pregnant in Cedar Rapids, and in a real mean way, I don't know what words to use, forced her into getting an abortion, right? I mean, I was a flippin' crazy guy. And I sent her money, and I knew way back then that was wrong. So I'm about to share a little story with you guys. And it has to do with the letter writing. And I had shoved that so far down. I was 13 years sober, I think, when that came up, when Erica was pregnant with our twins. I had done multiple inventories. And just so you know, it's when we wake up here and do this AA stuff and live in the world of the spirit, that doesn't mean we don't write inventory and stuff. I told the 10-step group I just did a 5th step last week with a couple guys. Right? So anyway, I had that girl get that abortion, and Erica got pregnant with twins, and we were at the hospital getting an ultrasound, and the nurse asked if we were on fertility meds, and, she said it's twins, and I didn't know. I still don't know what to think about that, I walked out of the room and called my sponsor, hey man, Erica's pregnant, and he was congratulatory. He wouldn't shut up. He's like, you guys are going to be so good, and I'm like, Bob, it's twins, man. And he started laughing. He's like, Mike, you do everything alcoholically, don't you? But fast, a few months go down, and we would go to those ultrasounds every 2 weeks. It was a real high risk. Erica almost died with our oldest son. She had a stroke and stuff, so we got to have ultrasounds real regular. And if you've ever seen that, that's flipping out of this world beautiful. It's just unbelievable. And I'm going to these ultrasounds for a few months, and something in me just kind of broke, and I didn't know what, but I couldn't go to those ultrasounds anymore. I didn't understand, man. I mean, I'm talking to my sponsor, and I'm sometimes lying to Erica, I can't come because something came up at work and I can't make it, but, and my sponsors, when they don't know what to tell you, they pull the old sponsor thing about you need to just pray about it, right? I mean, So I'm praying about it, like, God, I don't know what's going on. And that memory came up 13 years into this deal, which is probably, again, divine order and perfect timing. Everything's right on time. But I couldn't, that blew my mind. That memory floated up, and that's why I was having difficulty going to those ultrasounds, because I saw that spirit in there. And I'm not trying to put anything on it, but this is just my story. But I felt like I had taken a life, and how do you reconcile that? And I sought some counsel, and I wrote that letter. I wrote a 2-page letter to that little spirit, and I went out to a place on our farm that's always been kind of special to me. My dad taught me how to squirrel hunt on this little hillside, and I burnt some sage, and I read the letter, and then when I stood up, then I burnt the letter. I don't know why, I just kind of let it go up too. And then I went into that prayer. When we do amends at some point, we're asking, what I can do to make it right or whatever. So I started praying, God, if there's anything I can do to make this right, I'm your guy. I meant it. I meant that as much as any prayer I've ever said in my life, because I was like floored by this. If there's anything I can do, I'm your guy. And as soon as I started uttering that prayer, my cell phone went off. It started vibrating, and it startled me because I thought I left it in the truck. I didn't even know it was on me. But I answered the phone. It was a new guy I met at the club that week, and he's like, hey, you busy? I'm like, you okay? He said, yeah, I just wanted to talk. I said, okay, give me 20 minutes and I'll call you back. And then I went right back into that prayer. God, if there's anything I can do. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You know what I mean? But I was like, God, if there's anything I can do to make this right. And my cell phone went off again. And it was a different new guy that I had met at the club that week. I'm a little slow, right? It used to bother me. It doesn't anymore. But I took that call. You know what I mean? I think the universe, God, whatever it is, I think it so honors our willingness to get right with our fellows. And think about the amends stories that all of us know about, just unbelievable things. It's not always like that, but man, things happen that couldn't have been written by the best movie writer. And we got the best show to it right here. Best show on earth right here in AA. It's unbelievable. So it's different with the letters. I tell guys, the guy on the Marine on the street corner in Hong Kong, I mailed that to him. If you're going to use the postal service, just don't put your return address on it. And I sent it. I addressed the envelope to the Marine on the street corner in Hong Kong, put a stamp on it, and stuck it in the mailbox. I suspect it ended up in a room where all the Santa Claus letters and AA amends letters show up. So, yeah, thanks.
Mike, alcoholic. Can you just tell us a little about your morning practice, like what that looks like?
I don't really have one anymore. See if anything comes here. It's, what part of our life isn't prayer? And the same with meditation. It's not like a thing for me to do anymore. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's kind of like that with, I do evening review, send it, get it from people, but it's like, it's most of the stuff is just like intuitive, kind of prayerful. I bet a bunch of you have had this experience where when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that comes to your mind is God, whatever that is. That's been with me, I don't know how many years. That has not ever not been there. It's just like, boom. You know, there's nothing that you need to do to have that experience. It's natural. Time to eat, ain't it?